Welcome to Rewatch. We're on season 3, episode 6 of Dave Filoni's Clone Wars. This one is called The Academy. To help resolve some corruption that's going on in Mandalore, they enlist Ahsoka. Now, at first, the Mandalorians think Anakin Skywalker's with him. He's like, no, I'm leaving this very capable Padawan who can help you out with your issues, or to kind of sniff out the corruption that New Mandalore is suffering from and who's behind it all. And already from the previous episode, you kind of know who it is, and they solidify it's the Prime Minister. So, what is Ahsoka's plan? There's not really a plan. She teaches some academy kids at the school that corruption in politics is always there to happen, and we must hold those politicians accountable. And don't trust your politicians; they're liars or whatnot. And so, tomorrow is going to be another speech on politics and corruption. This was your plan to sniff out who's corrupted in the Mandalorian government? Well, then these kids go, maybe we should sniff out corruption. So they go on a little adventure where they're starving for food because everything's hard to get unless you get it from the black market. And they still don't do a good job explaining why is that, but I digress. They break into the warehouse, see a black market deal going down, get some holograms, a hologram footage of it, and then of course, someone drops their data pad. It alerts everyone, the bad guys, that they're there. So then they start chasing them. They escape. And only then to go to Satine, because this guy's aunt is Satine. One of the kids' aunts are Satine. And then his best friend is the Prime Minister. Or maybe they're all privileged kids. Who knows? But Satine is like, okay, where'd you find this? Kids. Okay, I'll look into it. She doesn't seem very interested in sniffing out a reported black market transaction happening, which is very strange. And then, of course, they tell the Prime Minister, which you can always tell the Prime Minister, like, bring the footage and everyone involved to the dark streets tonight. Yeah, like, that's not a trap, but the kids don't see it as a trap. They get ambushed. Ahsoka saves them because Ahsoka knows what they did. The next day in class, they told Ahsoka. Ahsoka then has a plan to present them before the Prime Minister as prisoners, saying Satine was the traitor. And where is she again? I want to interrogate her, And it doesn't work, but she finds Satine anyway, who gets rescued, and they arrest the Prime Minister. And Satine goes, I knew I needed a Jedi separate from our planet who could sniff out the corruption here and help us apprehend the fiend. Wait a minute. You didn't know it was the Prime Minister? You acted like you did. Satine's like, this is all part of my plan to get captured. So Ahsoka could teach some kids about corruption, so the kids could get footage of the Prime Minister talking to, and by the way, it's a holo image that you can't see the face of, but Ahsoka has this little, image enhancer, hologram enhancer, I guess, that shows the Prime Minister's face. That's proof. But this was all Satine's work. Is how she kind of called. I mean, she could be just like lying through her teeth, like when someone does something awesome by accident and goes, nailed it. Maybe that's what she's doing right here. But either way, it doesn't make any sense. And what exactly did Ahsoka do? At the end, Anakin even says, so you didn't really do anything, did you, Snips? And that's actually true. It was the kids who did it all. She just rode their tail feathers. And she didn't really sniff out corruption either. I mean, it was just so weird. Like the purpose that we're told at the very beginning of the episode doesn't line up with the ending. It's like even the writers had no idea where this episode was going. It is really, it's not, yeah, it was bad, but it's also just weird. But you know what? Tell me what you thought of episode 6, The Academy, and I'll talk to you next time on Rewatch.